Hey guys, today I'm going to do a whipped cream hair mask, but before I get into that, I want to show the products that I'll be giving away. They're Bosley professional products for thin and color treated hair, so they'll help your hair grow and help your hair appear thicker. They're awesome products. There's a shampoo, a conditioner, a oil, a leave-in conditioner, hairspray, vitamins, scalp scrub, and the scalp scrub is absolutely amazing. It's one of the only products that I've ever seen immediate results from, like instantly, and I love them all. A lot of people don't know whipped cream is super good for your skin and for your hair. It consists mainly of fats and moisture and has an ingredient in it derived from seaweed. It's extremely moisturizing and it helps to smooth the hair cuticle and help split ends. It's full of fat and protein, which is super hydrating, and it contains lactic acid, which is great for gently exfoliating the skin. It's safe to apply topically, but with anything, make sure that you do a patch test first. And don't just take my word for it, because you can look at me and think, oh, she's got long, pretty hair, so she has to know what she's talking about. Always do your research before you put anything on your skin or your hair, and take my word for it, not because my hair is long, but because anything that I will tell you has been researched and fact checked. I would never tell you something that I was unsure about and hadn't done my research on. So first, I want to talk about shampoo. If you are using a drugstore shampoo, you're not going to see the results that you're looking for. Drugstore shampoos have really bad ingredients in them. Most of them contain alcohol and wax and silicone and sulfates. And it's not going to be worth the money that you save, and it's not going to be as highly concentrated as a salon version would be. A lot of drugstore shampoo companies will actually print their labels super small because they know they don't want you to read them, and they know that a lot of people don't. They just go in there looking for something familiar that they've seen on TV, commercials for, and they know that it's not going to be very expensive. But they're really not good for your hair. And a lot of them, if you look at the ingredients, the first ingredient is always water. So that means even if it did have quality ingredients in it, they're automatically diluted, so they're not going to be as effective as they would be at a higher concentrate. And when you are buying salon products, you always want to make sure that you are buying them from a salon. You take a huge risk on buying counterfeit products when you buy them from places like, Walmart or Meijer or Target. Paul Mitchell says on the bottle, guaranteed only when sold by a professional hairdresser. And Redken says on the bottle, genuine products guaranteed only in salons. They do not sell their products directly to grocery stores, and their e-commerce presence is very limited. So what that means is actually a huge problem in the industry. If you purchase these products outside of a professional salon, they could be old and expired, they could be stolen, they could be counterfeit. They could actually have something totally different in them than what they say they're supposed to have in them. And it's not worth the money that you save with the risk that you're taking. Another thing I want to talk about is coconut oil. A lot of people are always recommending coconut oil. I hate coconut oil. A lot of people swear by it, but they don't know that it is so, so, so bad for your skin and your hair. It is super, super highly comedogenic, which means it's going to clog your pores. And not only on your face, if you're putting it on your hair, it can clog your hair follicles, which is not going to give you the growth that you're looking for. It's actually going to make your hair more dry and more brittle, especially if you have low porosity hair. And there's actually a way that you can test that. You can take a strand of your hair and put it in a bottle of water or a cup of water, and if it floats, then it's you have low porosity hair, and if it sinks, then you have high porosity hair. It's can cause buildup, protein buildup, blocking your hair from the moisture that you're looking for, which is going to make it even more dry and stiff and less elastic. And as a hair mask, it makes the hair even more brittle and damaged than before. You got to think oil and water don't mix. Oil actually repels water and can actually push it out of the hair and stop that moisture from getting to the hair. So if you're putting coconut oil on your hair, it's not going to lock that moisture in. It's actually going to push that moisture out. And if your hair has been damaged from, over processing it, from coloring it, and it's weak and fragile, you need to get amino acids into the hair shaft. You don't want to cover your hair in oil. It won't help in the long run, and it'll just disguise the problem. Instead of oils, you should use low pH products on your hair. This will help keep the cuticles flat, which means they're less tangled and you'll have less breakage. We all know, your hair grows from the top of your head, and with a lot of girls, it's not even that their hair isn't growing, it's that their hair is so damaged that their ends are breaking off. So they're not seeing that length because the ends keep breaking off. It's not that it's not necessarily growing, it's that it just keeps breaking. So it's a lot better to use a moisturizing hair mask instead of putting oil on your hair. And a lot of people think that, the less you wash your hair, the better. But that's actually not true. If you're using a proper product that has good ingredients in it and that is gentle, then it's actually, you can wash your hair every day. And one of the main causes of hair loss is DHT, which is buildup of the sebum on your cuticle, on your hair follicles. So you want to be washing your hair, getting rid of that dirt and make sure that it's not building up. If you have super, super dry, damaged hair, I would say, wash it maybe 2 times a week. But if you have oily hair and you are using good products, then it is okay to wash your hair every day. Something else that I'm going to get to is biotin. A lot of women take biotin for their hair, for the hair, skin, and nails and all that. But they don't know that biotin can cause cystic acne that develops around the chin and the jaw because of how the biotin is absorbed in the body. And it also has lots of side effects like skin rash, digestive problems, insulin release, kidney problems. And what causes the acne is the deficiency in B5 when you are taking biotin. So if you're going to take biotin, especially if you're taking pure biotin, then you want to make sure that you are also taking B5, because that's what's going to make you more prone to breakouts. I've seen a lot of people say that evening primrose oil capsules are a safer alternative than biotin. And of course, other than the normal things that we all know, not to put heat on your hair, don't always have your hair up with that tension. If your hair is too tightly pulled, it can actually cause traction alopecia. That's why you will see some women out here walking around with no edges, because their hair has been pulled so tight. This whipped cream hair mask, like I said, I love it. I do it on my hair every couple weeks. Normally I use the regular whipped cream. This time I got heavy cream, and I honestly didn't really like it as much as I did when I used the regular whipped cream. But it makes my skin super soft. It makes my skin glow. It makes my hair super soft. But you want to make sure that you're always doing a patch test before you put anything on your skin, on your scalp, or anything like that. I do a lot of DIYs. I do everything myself. And when I first started into this stuff years ago, I did a lemon juice DIY face mask without doing the proper research, and I had no idea that it was super photosensitive, and I put the lemon juice on my skin, and then I got into the tanning bed and ended up with big raw patches on my skin for weeks that would not go away. Oh, it was so bad. So, I think I've covered everything that I was trying to cover. I've got so many notes here. I've got 11 pages of notes that I wanted to make sure that I covered in this video. And I was trying to talk as fast as I can so that I could get everything in here. I'm going to take a quick look over it. A couple things that I didn't mention. Prolonged massaging to your scalp can cause frictional damage to your hair, which is basically, matting of the hair, making your hair super tangly. Garnier shampoo is so bad that it's listed on the Momovation's list of shampoos to avoid because it is so toxic. A lot of shampoos, drugstore shampoos, will coat your hair in wax. And you can also take a pair of scissors and take a section of your hair and go up and down your hair, like scraping it with the edge of the scissors, and see how much buildup you have on your hair. And it's actually so gross when you find out, what your favorite shampoos have been doing to your hair. There's also, I always tell people, one of the things that some people, I'm trying to think of the word, recommend for hair growth is onion juice. They say that the sulfate in it is super, super good for regrowth, but they have not quite proven that yet. They have done studies where I think 87% of people saw regrowth at 6 weeks. So that's also something you could think about. But now I'm done. Wash the whipped cream out. You only leave it in for 15 minutes. And you can see how super soft and smooth my hair is. I haven't straightened it whatsoever. I did blow dry it. And it's soft and it's shiny. And my ends are looking a lot better. And it's something, it only cost a few dollars. It's not something that's going to be super expensive. And I still have pretty much the whole bottle left. And I've got a lot of hair to cover. So it's not going to break your pockets. And it doesn't leave a film either. It doesn't make your hair greasy afterwards. Of course you wash it out with shampoo, but there's some masks I've done where it's still greasy after, but this is not. And like I said, it's super good to use on your face too. I'm super nervous. It took me 5 times to do this. So I really hope that you all liked it and that you learned something new and that you come back to learn more new things.